Isaiah chapter 61. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord has anointed and qualified me to preach the gospel of good tidings to the meek, the poor, and the afflicted. He has sent me to bind up and heal the broken-hearted, to proclaim liberty to the physical and spiritual captives, and the opening of the prison and of the eyes to those who are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, the year of his favour, and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn, to grant consolation and joy to those who mourn in Zion, to give them an ornament, a garland or diadem of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, the garment expressive of praise instead of a heavy, burdened and failing spirit, that they may be called oaks of righteousness, lofty, strong and magnificent, distinguished for uprightness, justice, and right standing with God, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified. And they shall rebuild the ancient ruins, they shall raise up the former desolations, and renew the ruined cities, the devastations of many generations. Aliens shall stand ready and feed your flocks, and foreigners shall be your ploughmen and your vine dressers. But you shall be called priests of the Lord, people who speak of you as the ministers of our God. You shall eat the wealth of the nations, and the glory, once that of your captors, shall be yours. Instead of your former shame, you shall have a twofold recompense. Instead of dishonour and reproach, your people shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land, they shall possess double what they had forfeited. Everlasting joy shall be theirs. For I, the Lord, love justice. I hate robbery and wrong with violence, or a burnt offering, and I will faithfully give them their recompense in truth, and I will make an everlasting covenant or league with them, and their offspring shall be known among the nations, and their descendants among the peoples. All who see them in their prosperity will recognize and acknowledge that they are the people whom the Lord has blessed. I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My soul will exult in his name, for he has clothed me with the garments of salvation. He has covered me with the robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decks himself with a garland, and as a bride adorns herself with her jewels. For as surely as the earth brings forth its shoots, and as a garden causes what is sown in it to spring forth, so surely the Lord God will cause righteousness and justice and praise to spring forth before all the nations, through the self-fulfilling power of his word.